As scuba divers, we have a unique connection to and an actual impact on the underwater world. Hi, all of you awesome scuba divers out there. Welcome to the Scuba Diver Magazine channel, your favorite place for the latest scuba diving news and gear reviews. Yes, as scuba divers, we have an important duty as divers to minimize our impact on the oceans, and this month we teamed up with the Team Water campaign, but I'll talk a little bit about that at the end of the video. First of all, I want to talk about today's sponsor, Scuba Pro. Scuba Pro has been the trusted name in scuba diving for over 60 years. Whether you're diving coral reefs, kelp forests, or deep shipwrecks, Scuba Pro's innovative equipment is designed not just for performance and comfort, but also with sustainability in mind. Their products are built to last, reducing waste and making them a smarter choice for divers who care about the long-term health of our planet. And Scuba Pro have taken meaningful steps towards ocean conservation, from using recycled materials in their packaging to supporting initiatives like the Mission Blue. So when you choose Scuba Pro, you're not just investing in top-tier dive gear, you're supporting a brand that actively works to protect the underwater worlds that we all love. Next time you gear up for a dive, choose equipment that matches your values. Scuba Pro's ranges of eco-conscious wetsuits, BCDs, regulators and accessories are trusted by dive professionals around the world. Visit scubapro.com to explore their latest line and learn how they're making waves for a cleaner, healthier ocean. Unintentionally touching or kicking coral reefs, or even just stirring up sediment, can severely harm fragile marine ecosystems. I was called patronizing by one viewer when I was talking about not touching anything in the water, but based on what I've seen from some divers out there, they need to be told. Invest in proper training and continuously refine your buoyancy skills to minimize contact with the seabed, corals and marine life. Good buoyancy isn't a skill that just kind of happens. It's something that you need to continuously work on and involves more than just going up and down when you breathe. You need to consider your entire body position in the water, where all of your limbs and your equipment are at all times. So take some time to make sure that you're properly weighted and you're looking around to make sure that you're not bumping into things in the water. Even a gentle touch can harm marine organisms or disrupt their natural behaviors, so never chase, feed or harass marine animals. Just observe and admire from a respectful distance and let wildlife just remain wild. I've seen some divers charging after whale sharks just to get a little bit closer, but now imagine someone on dry hand doing the same thing, pelting it as fast as they can towards like a horse or something in the wilds just so they can get a closer look. That's weird. Why is it like normalized in the water? One of the easiest ways that we can see this in effect on how it actually affects underwater life is on night dives. Anywhere that you find lionfish. The lionfish have learnt that divers shine torches on fish at night, which dazzles that particular fish and then makes it easier prey. So now lionfish will follow divers around for an easy meal. Divers who have been found touching or chasing and harassing marine life have been prosecuted when footage was given to authorities. So yeah, just respect from a respectful distance. Many sunscreens contain chemicals like oxybenzone and octene oxate that are toxic to coral reefs because they leach out of your skin into the water. If you want to protect yourself from the sun, which you should, then look up the HEL list, the HEL list, which is a list of reef damaging chemicals. Don't rely on like a small icon on the bottle that says I'm reef safe. Yeah, they're not always that reliable. Actually read the ingredients first, compare it to that HEL list, just to see if it is safe or not. Or better yet, just wear UV protective clothing to reduce the need for sunscreen altogether. If you're wearing a wetsuit's pretty darn good at blocking the sunlight, but if it's too warm for a wetsuit, then if you're wearing a rash vest, the rash vest is going to protect you. Most good rash vests will actually have an SPF value on them, especially when you first buy them. There's usually a little tag saying I'm SPF 50 or SPF 80. The material itself blocks the sun even when wet, unlike a basic t-shirt. The way that they weave it and the material that they use, even when it's wet or when it's stretching, it lets less light than a traditional cotton t-shirt. And everything under that rash vest doesn't require sunscreen. That can wash off or damage the reef. It's quite hard to wash off a rash vest. So yeah, if you are diving somewhere nice, warm and sunny, as opposed to slathering on lots of sunscreen, just wear a rash vest. Rubbish has a bad knack of ending up in our oceans regardless of where you drop it. You drop something and then the wind blows it around until it eventually finds a river or a stream, and then it flows downstream to the ocean, where eventually over years it's just broken into smaller and smaller pieces until it's inevitably eaten by something, unless a diver actually collects it and then disposes of it properly. Always dispose of trash properly in your everyday life. Even small bits of plastic can be deadly to marine life if ingested, and it works its way up through the food chain until we eventually eat it. If you're out and about and you eat or drink something, instead of just dropping the wrapper, put it in your pocket or your bag, wherever it was. It's not heavy or cumbersome. You've carried the drink all the way. You might as well just carry it home and then dispose of it properly. Choose dive centres and dive operators that prioritise sustainable practices, such as enforcing marine park rules, using mooring buoys instead of anchors, and educating divers on environmentally responsible practices. Some will have special affiliations with organisations like Greenfins, but look for requirement signs in and around the dive centre. You must do this, you mustn't do that, and usually a briefing on day one saying that, yeah, actually you don't use torches to shine on creatures or whatever it is. If you see a dive guide or a crew do something that you're uncomfortable with, then say something, report it. It may be that they think it's okay, because no one said anything previously. They think it's okay to tease fish out of hiding spots because then it gets better experiences for their clients and then hopefully better reviews. But it all comes at the expense of marine life, and then, you know, it really should be reported. Get involved in reef monitoring programs like Reef Check, Project Aware's Divers Against Debris, or local conservation efforts. Your data collection and volunteer work contribute directly to marine protection. Researchers, that they only have so many eyes and ears, and if you see something in the water, your report of where it is, when it was, can actually alert them to some kind of changes in the area, both good and bad. And many dive centres run cleanups of their local waterways and beaches, organise days where divers, friends and family can spend time collecting and disposing of anything that they find in a certain area. Divers can focus on what's in the water, and then surface support can then take it out from the water's edge and dispose of anything properly. They're quite good fun, and yeah, whilst you do get your hands a little bit dirty, it's nice just to clean up your local dive sites. What we do topside affects the ocean. I know it can feel futile when you see some images from around the world of how some people just dump pollution into rivers without a second thought, and you think to yourself, what's the point of me separating all of my recycling? But just because someone else does something stupid doesn't mean that you should also. And if enough people make small changes, it all adds up. By reducing your single-use plastic consumption, recycling responsibly, and supporting legislation aimed at curbing plastic pollution, if something of mine wears out, my first reaction is, how can I repair this? If it can't be repaired, then I spend time stripping it for parts, and then whenever I buy something new to replace whatever's broken, I'll first of all check to see if there's any non-plastic alternatives that will do the same job, or if I even actually need that thing to begin with. Can I deal without it? Try and reduce your plastic intake. Lead by example. Promote environmentally responsible diving among peers, report destructive behaviour, and share your knowledge about ocean conservation with others, both divers and non-divers. If you can't find any river or beach cleanups, then maybe start one yourself. It may not need to be like a huge affair with hundreds of people attending, but you and a couple of buddies can organise a dive just to scour a certain area on a dive and post pictures and video of it online. The more people who see divers showing respect to their dive sites, the more they'll be inspired to respect their surroundings also. Nobody's going to spontaneously just join you on a cleanup without prompting, but if a friend sees that you're planning a cleanup next weekend on their social feed, then they might message you about how they can help out, and then it's going to grow from there. One thing that I like to do on a safety stop, if there's nothing else to do, because it's rare that there's something to do for 3 minutes, it's to like poke around the bottom at that depth and look for any rubbish that I can clean up. Make sure that you maintain your depth, obviously, you're on that stop for a reason, but have a look around for anything that shouldn't be there at your stop depth. Obviously, you can do this throughout the entire dive. If you see something, then collect it. I'll often come back with like a pocket full of plastic, but instead of just hanging around there, just staring at your dive computer, just waiting for it to count down, have a look around. See if there's any good that you can do whilst you're there. Just do be careful, especially with ghost gear. Ghost gear has a nasty habit of tangling divers up, so do know where your skill level is. If there's something like a plastic bottle, you should be fine collecting that. Just know where to draw that line. You can always log the location if there's something really substantial and inform professional divers where to retrieve that substantial ghost gear. We have messaging forums for that as well. Just mark the location and then they know to actually look. It may sound counterintuitive, but diving frequently in the same sensitive area can lead to degradation. So try to choose dive sites that are less impacted or better managed, and dive with consideration in mind, not just for recreation. Popular shipwrecks, of course, degrade faster than others because every small bump and even our bubbles can just slowly chip away at the wreck's integrity. And then you get boats that attach to the shipwreck itself and then rip parts off. So the more popular a shipwreck is, the more quickly it actually degrades. Good dive operators will rest certain dive sites on rotation to actually give them a break. By providing resting areas, it creates a shelter for fish species to grow and reproduce without being disturbed by divers. Then next season, you can go diving on it again. It'll be more refreshed, it'll be a little bit nicer, so it's nice just to circulate those dive sites. And when you're wading in or like dropping anchor, just kind of think about what you might be damaging as you're doing it. Most things just come down to being a little mindful of what impact you have. Even your presence in the area can have some kind of an effect. And this August, you can also help out by learning about Team Water. Team Water is the latest global initiative led by YouTubers Mark Rober and Mr. Beast, following the success of Team Trees and Team Seas. Launching on August the 1st, 2025, the campaign aims to raise $40 million in just 1 month to bring clean, safe water to 2 million people for over 20 years. All donations go to trusted partner WaterAid, supporting sustainable projects like solar-powered pumps, rainwater harvesting systems, and community-led water access solutions in areas that need them the most. This campaign is more than just a fundraiser, it's a global content-driven movement powered by creators, educators, and everyday people. Anyone can join in by donating, sharing, or creating content using the hashtag #TeamWater. Just $1 can provide clean water for one person for an entire year, making every contribution meaningful. Whether you're a diver, an environmentalist, a teacher, a student, or simply someone who cares about global access to clean water, Team Water is a chance to make a tangible difference by spreading the word and participating during the campaign window, which is this August. You can help make clean water a reality for millions and be part of one of the most ambitious creator-led humanitarian efforts to date. And after this, visit teamwater.org to learn more about how you can help. That's it for this week. Thank you for watching, everybody, and of course, safe diving.